What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to shut down the most popular offense in Madden 18. Now if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you want to improve your Madden game, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so that you join the notification squad and never miss an upload. So what's going on, guys? Like I said, today I'm going to be showing you how to shut down the most popular offense in Madden 18, and it was the most popular offense in Madden 17, and it'll probably be the most popular offense in Madden 19. It's been popular for a while because it is just so consistent year in and year out, and I'm talking about the gun bunch formation. Now, I know it's a little weird to show you how to shut down gun bunch after I just recently released a gun bunch ebook, which if you want that, the info is in the description and in the comments below, but I mean, I think it's also important to show you how to contain things. Now, if you have a good gun bunch offense, you could argue that gun bunch is unstoppable if you execute it right. And it is. But the majority of people that run gun bunch aren't really going to execute it right. They're going to kind of spam, more so than not, the same 2 to 3 plays. And those people are easy to shut down. Now, of course, in my ebook, I've broke down 10 plus plays, and most plays have multiple setups. And when people run gun bunch that way, the top players, some of the best players in the world, those players are really hard to stop if they execute because they give you so many different looks. But the majority of people that you run into online that just want to mimic gun bunch, they're really just using 2 to 3 plays, pretty much max. They're using the same setup each play. And those people are very easy to shut down if you know what to do. And a lot of people are constantly asking me, how do you shut down gun bunch? So I'm going to show you a few different ways to do it in this video, because some people just like to use different types of coverages. But not only am I going to show you different coverages to stop it, just because some people might like different coverages, but because it's good to use these different coverages to stop it so that your opponent never truly gets a read on what coverage you're trying to stick in. Because if you're just running the same coverage every play, if you're playing someone that's a little bit better, they may adjust and be able to attack that coverage. But if you're constantly mixing in a few different types of coverages, it can be harder to stop. So that was kind of a long intro there, but I feel like it needed to be said. So first, we're going to show a Tampa 2 approach to stopping gun bunch. And the main plays we're really going to focus on in this video is going to be the PA post and the corner strike. Those are by far the two most popular plays in gun bunch. So when you want to shut down a popular formation, it's crucial to know what plays people are trying to run out of these formations. What routes do you have to worry about? So when you think about gun bunch, most people, like I said, are going to run PA post or they're going to run corner strike the majority of the time. The X receiver. The X receiver, you can pretty much count on him being on a C route probably 75% of the time that you're in gun bunch, because both corner strike and PA post, he's on a C route. The really only other thing that wide receiver is going to be on, it might be a post route. If they're running bunch trail, he'll be on a post route. Sometimes a guy might put him on a drag route, but this year, people don't tend to put that guy on a drag. He's usually going to be on a C route, on a post. Maybe somebody will put him on a smart routed out route, but that's basically, we'll defend that the same way we would defend a C route. So it's important to know that. Know that probably 75% of the time, that route's either on a corner route going to the sideline or he's going deep over the middle. So it's easy to shut him down if we know that. Then if you go to the right side of the field, you know that there's a good chance you're going to see a flood, something like this, where there's a corner route and there's a flat route going to that side of the field and a vertical route to pull a deep zone away. So you know that you have to protect both sidelines, both the corner area and the flat area, because you're going to typically have a high-low read on both sides of the field. Corner strike is a great example. We have the C route and the running back going to the flat. On the right side, we have the B receiver on a corner route and the tight end going to a flat. You need to defend both of those areas. Now, the main other area that people are going to try to attack is the deep middle, with either a deep post from X or a deep post from the A receiver, like this PA post route. Outside of that, it's going to be drag routes coming shallow. So you want to take away both corners, both flats, the deep middle, and where my user is going to be right here, you want to take away this area where he's moving back and forth yourself for drag routes. So I'm going to show a few different ways that we can do this. So let's first let's show you what happens. For example, we'll run corner strike. So if you're running a regular cover 2, there's a high-low read out there. This is what'll happen. Okay, we'll dump it down on the flats. We'll pick up our 5 yards. It's not a great gain, but you do that 2 times, it's a first down every time. It's easy. If they play underneath coverage, you would have hit the C route. So one way that I broke down how to do this a while ago, but I'm going to add it into this video too, is it's the concept of using a double flat. So we have 2 cloud flats on the outside. So what we want to do is we want to take the outside guy over here, put him in a hard flat. And then we want to take the outside guy over here, which is going to be Miles Jack here, the most outside linebacker, put him in a hard flat. So now both corners and both flats are defended. So now, if we try to go ahead and throw this flat route out here, this is what happens. This guy's in a hard flat. He jumps it. That should be a pick 6 going the other way, but he dropped it. So what we have going on over here is we have this cornerback out here who's going to drop into the corner area where we want him. And then by putting this guy in a hard flat, he's going to drop to the hard flat area. Same thing on this opposite side of the field. Ramsey's going to cover this corner route. And this linebacker, Miles Jack, he's going to cover the hard flat. So the high-low read is taken away on both outsides of the field. From that point, what you want to do is you want to take this middle linebacker and you want to put him in the deep blue. Because now he's going to do a good job at taking away posts, or at least making it not a good read. Now to run this type of a setup, you have to be a good user, because now you have to cover this whole middle yourself, which isn't the hardest thing to do if you practice it, but you're taking away all the big threats. You're taking away both corners. You're taking away a deep post. You're taking away anything into the hard flat area, so you just have to cover anything coming over this middle. Maybe it's a slant. Maybe it's a drag route. That's all you have to sit on. So that's one way that we can take this away. So let's look at PA post really quickly. And what people, might do with PA post is, they'll put this guy on a drag here. And watch what happens. So the drag comes to the other side of the field. We have that hard flat over here. Again, that should be a pick 6 going the other way, but he dropped it again. So we'll go to the replay really quickly. So when using Tampa 2 with the double flat technique, you're taking away both flats, both corners. If we didn't have this hard flat out here, if he was in a hook zone, he would not be here to make this play. This drag route would be wide open. We'd probably get about 7, 8, maybe 10 yards out of it. But because we put this hard flat here, he's covered. And now notice again, we have this middle linebacker who we dropped in the deep blue. When this post comes to cut, you see where this linebacker is? This linebacker is here to cut him off and make a play. So we've eliminated all the big plays. And now this is our user right here, who I wasn't using him because I was on offense. But if I was in a game, I'm just sitting over this middle. And if you send, for example, this slant route that's coming over here by Chris Hogan, I would be following this route myself because he's the only threat coming over the middle. So that's one way that you take this away with cover 2. Now we can look at another great coverage to take this away, which a lot of people don't take advantage of, and that's cover 3 cloud. Not a standard cover 3, but you want to use cover 3 cloud. The reason for this is because, number one, people just throw picks against cover 3 cloud because they're not used to it. You're basically kind of giving them like a cover 4 look on one side. I mean, it's similar to cover 6. You're giving a cover 4 type look, or I guess you're giving really a cover, in a cover 3 cloud, you're giving a cover 3 look over here where Bouye is, in Colvin, you're giving a standard cover 3 look over here. Whereas over here, you're giving more of a cover 2 style look with this safety playing the deep and then this cornerback playing a hard flat, or you could put him in a cloud flat. So this does pretty well against bunch. How I would set this up is you can base align show blitz with this shade down, which is wire triangle, down on the right stick, and then shade up directly after wire triangle up on the right stick. This changes both of those flat defenders to cloud flats. Now from here, what you want to do is you want to walk this safety down just a little bit, because that's going to help him, especially if you have a 91 zone guy here. You're not going to be able to throw posts on him. Now this isn't a 91 zone guy, so he might not jump all the post routes. He should still do a pretty good job, but if you have a 91 zone guy here and you walk him down, it's the same effect as putting the middle linebacker in a deep blue. He's going to absolutely take away post routes. So what we have here is this deep third right here. He's going to do a good job at taking away the C route. And if he doesn't take it away, Colvin's going to be under it to take it away as well. So that's gone now. Over here, if you have a 91 zone guy, he's going to take away the corner, but he's also going to play aggressive on the flat route as well because he has his help over top. So he can play both of those routes pretty good. So from here, what you may want to do is you may still want to use the double flat technique. Take this hook curl, double flat him over there to take away the hard flat. And then I would leave this hook curl here. Or you can man him up maybe on the tight end if you want to do that. But I would probably just leave his hook curl. And then you user this guy. So you're going to see here, we'll go to like a corner strike, for example. You'll see. Alright, we're trying to throw that. No, Ramsey's all over that. He's got 91 zone. I would always have, if you only have one 91 zone guy, I would put him on this part of the field, just for purposes of cover 3 cloud. So, gonna set it up again really quickly, because now I want to show you the flat route. So, make sure you keep this guy down here at all times. You double flat this guy here, your user and this guy. So now we'll go back to corner strike. You'll see, if we try to dump this down really quickly, Ramsey's going to get down there to limit it to about 3.5 yards, which is good, because no one's going to take 3.5 yards every play. People are too stubborn to do that. They're going to throw picks. They're going to get confused by the coverage. Now, over here on this side of the field, if you try to do anything over here with a high-low type read, you're going to see, again, it's going to be the same principle. They try to throw this down here, we're jumping that for a pick because we put our hard flat out there. If they try to go to the corner route, that cloud flat's going to take it away. So, last but not least, let's look at how this deep safety reacts to post routes, because that's important. You don't want to get beat by a post route. So here we'll use PA post, show you an example. When he tries to go over this middle, especially if you have 91 zone here, it's going to be easy every time. This guy's not even 91 zone and he jumps that. So that just goes to show you, if you have like 91 zone guy there, there's no shot. So that's why cover 3 cloud is so good. And this is another mix-up you want to use. Last but not least, we have a cover 4 approach. With cover 4, we want to base align and show blitz again with this. And we want to shade underneath, wire triangle, down on the right stick. We don't need cloud flats when we run a cover 4, because these outside quarter zones, they look similar to the same zone that's a cover 3, but it's not. Instead of taking an outside third, they're taking an outside quarter. Outside quarter zones play corner routes probably better than anything else. I mean, cloud flats play them very good as well, but outside quarters play corner routes extremely well. So we don't need cloud flats on this play, because this deep zone can act as our cloud flat. It's going to take away the corner most of the time. Our hard flat's going to take away the low read into the flats. Might want to manually just walk these safeties down just a little bit more, help them protect against post routes a little better, and then from here, you user either one of these hook guys. It's up to you. And you're like, let's say you user in Puzzlesny here. This is kind of your area. Don't let any quick drags or slants come over here. If you see a post, you might want to get underneath it just in case. But we're going to show you here, for example, we'll go to corner strike and watch how Ramsey is going to play it. He's going to play it pretty darn good. You see that he was there to break it up. He might not get the pick every time like a cloud flat will, but he's going to break on the ball and play it very well. Now, let's show you the flat routes. So, of course, if you have hard flats on the field, I mean, they're taking away flat routes every time. We try to go here, boom, that's a pick 6. That's going the other way because he's in a hard flat. So, again, with cover 4, we have the ability, baseline press, oh, I'm in the wrong defense. Baseline, show blitz, shade underneath. Both of the corners are taken away by the deep, by the outside cornerbacks. Hard flats are taken away by the guys that are in the hard flat. Like I said, you can manually walk these safeties down a little bit more. Cover 4 is going to also do very good against the run as well. So if they're trying to run like a halfback base or something, if they're mixing in a lot of run with their bunch, you might want to stick in cover 4 more times than you use cover 2 or cover 3 cloud. Because cover 4 is going to be a lot better against the run because the safeties are run-first defenders in a cover 4. So, again, we'll go PA post here. See, I mean, everything is covered up. It's our responsibility would be to guard B. Okay, but I'm on offense right now. Okay, we try to take the flat. No, his guy can't catch a pick to save his life. But, again, should have been another pick 6. We'll go to the replay. This is just a basic way. If you're running into people online that just like to spam gun bunch and they're not really creative with it, these 3 defenses will do a good job. You see up here, if we try to throw this to this corner route, Bouye is going to clamp down on it. He's either going to swat it or he's going to get a pick. They try to come down to these flats. Boom, the flat's covered there. The flat over here is covered. If somebody tries to come here, you try to throw this deep post. The safety is going to get in front of it, and we're covering up the middle. Very simple way to take away gun bunch. Use these 3 defenses. They're very simple to set up. If you're playing someone that is scrambling with the quarterback, you may be a little more vulnerable. You might have to put a QB spy on the field and eliminate one of your hard flats, which will leave you a little bit weaker on one side of the field. But you definitely don't want to let your opponent just scramble all day either. So keep that in mind. If you're playing someone that is scrambling, they're using Mike Vick or somebody like that, you have to make that adjustment. Put one of your fast linebackers in the spy, and that's just going to mean you have to cover a little bit more ground. But you can't literally shut every single thing down with one setup. You have to adjust, and you have to adapt as the game goes along. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.